Kanye West is a figure who thrives in contradiction. He is at once a groundbreaking artist, a cultural provocateur, and a man deeply invested in spirituality. Among the many paradoxes that define his public persona, one of the most jarring is his conflicted stance on porn. Across interviews, social media posts, and even business ventures, Kanye has swung between condemning pornography as a destructive force and expressing a desire to enter the adult entertainment industry himself. This tension mirrors from the broader contradictions within his life and art, from his gospel music to his romantic choices, making his relationship with porn emblematic of the eternal struggle between flesh and faith. Kanye has openly admitted that his exposure to pornography began earlier and had a lasting effect on him. In a 2019 interview with Zane Lowe, he confessed that he was first introduced to porn through a Playboy magazine found at age 5 and said, "Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction." He went on to describe how it negatively shaped his views on women and intimacy. In the same interview, Kanye tied his healing from porn to his religious awakening, saying, "God is using me to show off, to show you that you can be flawed and still be used." Yet, despite this stance, his behavior often clashes with that message. He has made provocative statements hinting at entering the adult industry. In 2019, he told the crowd at the inaugural Pornhub's, an event he creatively directed, that he was considering launching his own adult content platform with branding that reflected his signature taste in fashion and visuals. He even praised the porn site for innovation and aesthetics. This was not a throwaway comment either. Kanye has historically leaned into hypersexualized themes in his music and fashion, sometimes blurring the line between critique and celebration. Kanye's musical evolution adds another layer of complexity. Albums like Jesus King and Donda mark a sharp turn towards religious expression, where he denounces sin and promotes Christian values. Songs like Closed on Sunday and Salah are steeped in biblical references and spiritual affirmations. He speaks of resisting temptation, valuing family, and honoring God. But how does that reconcile with his continued admiration for elements of the sex industry? This contradiction undermines the consistency of his spiritual message. For instance, while Jesus as King preaches chastity and submission to divine will, Kanye's public fascination with sexual explicit content and his promotion of the Pornhub brand stand in stark opposition to that ideology. The result is an image of a man caught between devotion and desire, someone who sees the harm in porn but is also drawn to its power and aesthetics. Kanye's romantic history also reflects this internal dissonance. His marriage to Kim Kardashian, a woman known for embracing her sexuality and public image, often clashed with his evolving spiritual beliefs. Kanye himself publicly criticized Kim for dressing too provocatively during the last years of their marriage, claiming it was inappropriate for the wife of a man who had given his life to Christ. Yet it was Kanye who had once styled her in the very outfits he came to denounce. Their dynamic symbolized his conflicting desires: the wish for a modest, God-fearing partner, and the attraction to a hypersexualized image of femininity. His current wife, Bianca Censori, continues this pattern. Frequently photographed in revealing outfits, Bianca has become the subject of media attention for her bold, boundary-pushing fashion. Kanye's visible support of her aesthetic choices suggests he hasn't fully reconciled his vision of womanhood with his spiritual ideals. His partners, like his artistic choices, serve as mirrors to the dualities within himself, torn between religious devotion and the allure of sexual expression. Kanye's contradictions around porn are not just personal, they are deeply public. Every tweet, song, and appearance becomes part of a larger conversation about sex, morality, fame, and redemption. His vacillation reflects a broader cultural tension in America: the simultaneous consumption and condemnation of pornography, and the idolization of sexualized celebrities alongside the yearning for spiritual purity. For Kanye, pornography is not just a vice, it's a symbol of the culture he both helps shape and wants to redeem. He is simultaneously a sinner and a preacher, a provocateur and a prophet, and in that conflict lies the raw, uncomfortable truth of his artistry. He is a man trying to hold together two opposing worlds, often unsuccessful. Kanye West's conflicted relationship with porn serves as a microcosm for the many contradictions in his life. His journey from porn consumer to would-be porn mogul, from sex charge icon to gospel artist, reveals a man deeply at war with himself. His music, his public statements, and his romantic relationships all reflect a desire to escape the grip of lust while still indulging in its power. Ultimately, Kanye's struggle is not just about porn, it's about identity, control, and the tension between the sacred and the profane.